everyone, and welcome. I hope you're doing absolutely great today. We're diving right into this explainer because today marks day one of our 30-day English challenge with English Avenue. Honestly, I'm so excited about this because whether you're a student, a professional, a homemaker, a job seeker, or a traveler, this challenge can completely change the way you speak English. We're going to look at some incredibly practical, everyday methods to build your confidence starting right now. Here is our game plan for today. First, the day one mindset. Then, rules of the challenge. Habits for speaking success. The perfect self-introduction. Mistakes to avoid. And we'll wrap up with your day one homework. Section 1. The day one mindset. You know, it's so incredibly common to spend literally years studying grammar, only to completely freeze up when it's actually time to open your mouth and speak. If you felt that way, you're definitely not alone. But think about this quote. English is like riding a bicycle. You don't learn it by reading a book, you learn it by practicing. You can't just read the manual, right? You have to get on, wobble around a bit, and practice. Making mistakes isn't failing, it's quite literally just how you learn to balance. So for the next 30 days, we're completely reframing your objective. Your goal is not flawless grammar. Your goal is to speak confidently, not perfectly. Take all that pressure off yourself right now. We're aiming for daily micro wins. Just showing up, opening your mouth, and trying to improve a little bit every single day. Moving on to section 2, rules of the challenge. Okay, this is a huge one. The most exhausting trap learners fall into is translating every single sentence from their native language into English in their head before speaking. It's so slow and it just makes you hesitate. Our golden rule for this challenge is forcing your brain to think directly in English. It's going to feel a bit tricky at first, for sure, but give it a few days and your brain will absolutely adapt. Section 3, habits for speaking success. To really nail that direct thinking, we need solid daily habits. Schedule just 10 minutes a day. Use massive repetition of simple basics. Say good morning or how are you over and over. Build a positive mindset by telling yourself, I can speak English and I am improving every day. Record yourself. Tailor your notes to your actual life. Speak out loud without fear and find someone to practice with. Literally, just a 10-minute daily commitment to repeating these simple phrases changes everything. I love this insight from a student who said, I have my Spanish voice and I have my American voice. Adopting a new English persona can make speaking up feel way less scary. You might feel like you sound totally different when using these English phrases, but that's perfectly okay. Just keep practicing those daily conversations again and again until you can speak them without even having to read them. Section 4, the perfect self-introduction. Let's put this into practice. Introducing yourself really just comes down to mastering the basics. Start with your greeting and name, then your location and background, your job or daily role, and maybe a background highlight. You don't need some complicated script. Just start with the foundation. Hello, how are you? My name is. Practice these conversational pieces out loud until they feel entirely natural. Then you round it out with the purpose of the meeting, a personal detail or hobby, and a closing invitation or question. Don't stress about perfectly stating your purpose right away. Focus on the natural back and forth. Saying something simple like, I'm fine, thank you. How about you? Naturally builds rapport. Saying these simple sentences with confidence is so much more impactful than a complicated introduction where you're constantly hesitating. Whether you use a casual, hi, I'm Sarah, or a more formal, hello, my name is David Chen, the underlying goal is exactly the same. Keep it simple and connect. You can easily swap out the vocabulary depending on if you're at a coffee shop or a job interview. Step by step, it gets easier, so don't overcomplicate those initial greetings. Section 5, mistakes to avoid. Now, even with a framework, nerves happen. People worry about overloading biographical details, mixing up past and present verb tenses, or forgetting to state their purpose. But here's the real secret from English Avenue today. Don't worry about these mistakes at all. Less is definitely more, but honestly, the biggest mistake is letting the fear of these little errors stop you from speaking in the first place. Let go of perfection and just keep talking. And finally, section 6, your day one homework. So, are you ready for your homework? Because we can't learn to ride the bicycle just by listening to this explainer. It's time to actually start pedaling. I'm directly challenging you to get out of your comfort zone and take real action today. Here is your specific mission. First, speak in English for 5 minutes today. Introduce yourself using the steps we just talked about. Then, record your voice on your phone. Listen back to it and just notice where you can improve. But remember our golden rule. Completely ignore the mistakes. Just keep the momentum going. If you stumble while recording, keep going. Let this be your daily reminder. Confidence is built through practice, not perfection. Every single fluent expert you have ever heard was once exactly where you are right now. A beginner struggling with simple sentences. The only difference is that they simply never stopped practicing. So, what will your English sound like in 30 days? I really want you to imagine that. If you stay consistent for these 30 days and embrace making mistakes, you are going to be so completely surprised by your own progress. Keep that vision in your mind. Go tackle your homework, keep smiling, keep practicing, and get ready for day 2.